Today I messed up by following my female friend's instructions to slap her across the face. Before I begin, I would like to say that violence and women don't mix, ever. With that out of the way, I've been friends with this particular girl for a very long time, I want to say more than a decade. We're very much platonic friends because we both have the same taste in women and we stick with what we like. A very pertinent detail about this friend: she has very bad asthma. She keeps it under control for the most part, with one glaring exception: if she starts sobbing, there's a chance it will trigger what I call a feedback loop asthma attack. The asthma attack is triggered by the sobbing, the lack of air makes her sob harder, and eventually very bad things start happening. Happily enough, her super asthma attack has a very easy fix. If she gets slapped across the face, it's startling enough for her to snap out of it, and once she's back she'll use her inhaler in the interests of breathing. I am not a shrink or any form of medical professional, this is not medical advice. Do not hit women. My friend called me up earlier today and informed me that I've been inside too long and am clearly in desperate need of retail therapy. This is a coded message. It really means my friend needs to go to the mall and her girlfriend is busy, so I just volunteered to serve as combination bodyguard, chauffeur, and porter. So I jump in my car, pick her up, and off to the mall we go. We're partway through the shopping and my friend gets a call. She picks it up, talks briefly with someone. It was her girlfriend calling to let her know that their dog had passed away from complications to surgery, and she makes a gasping sound and hauls ass to the nearest available restrooms. I follow as quickly as I can despite being loaded down with recent purchases and see her dip into the men's room, which I took to mean I should follow her in. I come in behind and she's at one of the sinks trying to get the sensor to come on, I think to wash her face. I ask her what's wrong and am answered by unintelligible Wookiee sounds. I set her shopping up on the mall bathroom's countertop, figuring that will be slightly less unsanitary than the mall bathroom floor, and help her get the faucet running. She starts to sob, and then it turns into the gasping sob that indicates asthma attack inbound. Unbeknownst to me, Paul Blart Mall Cop saw a girl sprint into the men's bathroom and decided that was worth investigating. He blarted into the bathroom to witness me grab a girl who was crying. She was sinking to the floor and would have been pissed if I let her fall on that floor, shake her once, and when she didn't respond, wind up and slap her across the face. He then did what any mall security professional would do and promptly forgot all of his training on how to deal with situations like these, not to mention break several laws, and go straight for the most potent weapon in his arsenal. That weapon being the taser. Just in case anyone was curious, it is not fun being tased. 1 out of 10, would not recommend. I can also report that a taser is not an effective remedy for an asthma attack. I know this because my entire body locked up because tased, and as such I was incapable of releasing my friend, and we fell in such a way that one of the prongs that was zapping me made contact with the wet bathroom floor. Since she landed in some of the same wet on the floor, she got a dose of zap as well. I'm unsure if she was getting zapped before we hit the floor, but she definitely was getting zapped while we were on the floor. It was only when the twitching had subsided that Mall Cop remembered he had a radio and summoned some adults. Myself and my friend got loaded into ambulances and taken to the hospital. Mall Cop got loaded into an actual police car, and just now, at 5 a.m. on the day after, am I finally getting home from a quick trip to the mall. Too long. Didn't read. Friend has asthma attack from crying about bad news. Mall Cop walks in at the worst time imaginable, panics and decides to tase first and ask questions. Never edit. Small update: my friend, myself, and my friend's girlfriend went and met with some lawyers today. The attorney we picked wasn't thrilled about my story being posted but couldn't name anything specific that was going to hurt us in the long run. My friend was also unaware of my posting it and threatened to use my testicles as a speed bag upon finding out until she sat and read it. She said she supposed she'd allow it, but I'm on notice. Whatever that means. Story can stay up for now. Today I messed up by paying child support happily and promptly for 27 months. So, today here lasts a period of 27 months. Got divorced, I'm paying child support. In my state they automatically do a wage garnishment for child support, but after the paperwork was done they said it can take a while to kick in and to pay manually. Till then. Paid my wife child support on time, with a couple of very early exceptions as I got used to my new life routine, and did so happily. It's money for my kids. Auto garnish never did kick in, despite me calling a few times about it, so I just kept paying on my own for the past 27 months. Found out today that I was supposed to be paying through a certain agency in my state, and that as far as they are concerned I owe my ex about $18,000. In fact, it's actually written into my divorce decree, which I had read, but I had understood it to be saying the auto garnishments went through that agency, not every single payment made in any way. She can fill out stuff to straighten this out, and she is going to, but holy moly, if she had decided to be difficult about this, I am not sure how bad things could have gotten. Too long. Didn't read. Child support paid, correctly weighed, on the right day, but in the wrong way. County people say X now may invade. Today I messed up by trying to flavor my soda stream water. So this just happened to me. I've had a soda stream for a while but haven't found any flavors that I really like and decided to try a new one I found. It's a powdered kind and all the others I have tried were liquid flavors. I make up a fresh bottle of fizzy water and dump the new flavor in. It immediately starts foaming up and overflowing, so I puts my mouth over it to try to catch the foam. Turn out it is a super strong reaction similar to Coke and Mentos. It rockets down my throat and blasts all over the kitchen. So now I know the word nucleation. Too long. Didn't read. I learned the hard way that adding things to carbonated water introduces nucleation sites which somehow squeeze all the CO2 out of the solution, causing a violent volcanic eruption the same way soda and Mentos does.